Hi everyone. Okay, so we are at the end of day 4 of floral production for the Rose Parade. It is 10:55, so almost 11 o'clock, and I just got home. So a little bit later night, but that's to be expected. We made a huge amount of progress on the float today. Almost the entirety of the camera side of the float is done. We have just a little bit of detail work on that, but then they'll be adding roses to the whole deck of that side as well. And then in the front, there's some like water details that's going to have iris, but they'll apply that tomorrow, and that's a different team that actually applies that. And then tomorrow we'll also complete the back off camera side of the float, and then there's the big structure that is hanging back off the end of the float that we will complete as well. We have to have everything done by tomorrow night, and I think we're in a really good place to get that done at a pretty reasonable time. We're actually coming in a little bit late tomorrow at 9 instead of 8, just knowing that it's going to be a really late night. Obviously, our focus is our own float, but we are all working for the same company, and so it's one big team. So we're there until every other float is done as well. Like, we don't get to go home once our float is done. We go jump on other floats and do what needs to be done. So yeah, we'll go in at 9 tomorrow. Today just saw like a huge transformation on the float. It's so lush. I mean, it was beautiful before, but it is so lush. There are so many amazing tropicals. We did a few sections of the Phalaenopsis orchids that we have as like a backdrop for the ceremony that they had today, but we still have a ton of orchids to add all over the float, and I think that's really going to be the icing on the cake, the finishing touch once we get done. They had a ceremony to present and place the floragraphs, the pictures made out of seeds and dried elements of people who have passed away and been organ donors. It was an extremely emotional ceremony, but it was really beautiful to watch. And they placed all of those in the different areas that they're going to be as the treasure of the treasure chest. And then they're also working right now on putting a bed of, what they do is put a bed of springerai all over the deck, like all over the surfaces of the float. And then they place roses all over that, so it kind of acts to cover your mechanics. So there's a lot of springerai going on the surfaces right now, and then those roses will be added tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I did not get up on scaffolding, but Sam was up on a lot of scaffolding and ladders trying to climb through some of the trees in the back area to get foam up there. And we did design some of the surfaces that we can get to. Right now, it's really difficult to design in that back area because instead of the trees being upright, they're currently at about this angle, but they're trees. They have all these branches and weird angles as trees do, so you have to like step back and figure out what angle this branch is in comparison to the trunk and what it's going to look like when it's upright, and try and design based on that. And we were all kind of spending our days like this, trying to design to make sure we were getting the right perspective on the flowers that we were applying. So definitely a different design challenge than I'm used to, but I'm so happy with the way everything is turning out. So yeah, that was the end of day 4, and I will keep you updated tomorrow. Everything has got to be done tomorrow, completely finished, everything in the building, because judging is the following day. And then the parade the day after that. But yeah, thanks so much for listening or watching. Sorry, a little tired. And I'll give you another update tomorrow.